Hey there, mate. This is Discovery Scouts of Pirates of the Caribbean film series here, and so I came back home from the Walmart for the dinner for the Outback Steakhouse just as very lately, and tonight will be at about 11 o'clock. Tonight will be 11 p.m. today. I'm going to be about the Bella's. I'm going to the buys about Bella's birthday cards, maybe till about Tuesday 18th. Well, we're just gonna have to start it right now for the long stories for you, and today is about a tribute on Crazy Boyfriend Tony Tornado, and including Samantha and Milly, just came into his house, and his sister does, about his psychotic, nomadical, and really best friends fight forever. Everything could be good. Besides a ragging boyfriend just then wondered about video games all the time. He yells up any day. For everything would be good of you if you do have the much of you. If it came here for about those, a lot of coaching for the coachings for interesting, and some fights threatened to the date night, and he was very natural. It was an illusions. It was a betrayal. Those about uploaded these videos. Those about Q&As. Be psychotic, ragging, nomadic, and those are the half of the reaction to those of the series. Everything could be about announced. Everything could be about. Well, one of the problems is about Tony's fault. Tony's fault for Samantha and Milly. He was just literally just seems about very interested about Milly tries it about won't play it about video games. Tony says no, but he said get out of here. She yells and screaming a lot like the eagle, but the eagle and peacock and the bird. It's something like about interesting. It's about you can unfortunately be returnings, interesting. You notice about very emotions are interesting, and around there about 15 to 10 minutes. Sidedly to being about rules about very harassment. Those of you about uploaded those of the videos who have the videotaping about the YouTube channels. Tony Tornado's house. It also happened to being about psycho girlfriend and psycho fat kid, and she was unfortunately then don't call it about fat kid about Samantha, or maybe about nickname Mantha and the nickname Mantha. The Mantha is really more the best ways about, and the best reactions. The kids are laughing. I am really laughing, really excitement to be making fun of it. One of them my presentations. You enjoy it every time for any day. And one of the views, if you do have much view, and so I was gonna be proposal, whatever that just said. Like you said, guys, you can know about it, interesting about it. Fortunately, if you do, so you do have much of the view about Milly's boyfriend Tony. He tries to do it about tries to steal the Tony's camera, and Samantha tries to steal the camera, sneak into his room. He stands in the kitchen, walk towards to the hallway, living room to the kitchen. He freaks out. He tries to steal the camera, and Milly came in the kitchen. What did she came out? She freaks out. She won't give it to his camera to say put it down. Who put it down? Tries to intrude herself, but it say put the camera down, please. And she won't say no. She won't break into his camera. She didn't notice to do anything. That she can't laugh with Tony and Milly. They're mocking him, and she was mocking her. And for no reason. The punishment or unbanishment. They literally just seems Guardian sarcastic, dramatical, and it's harder to be in a hell like it to be all you do is really like it in every moment, every do. And so you guys every moment we talk to you the guys about it and about those you can interesting. Very realistic. So is I. So you do have as much if you don't have it, really doesn't matter what you're seeing watching those VidCon 2016, and Samantha can't go until about 5 days. When she came back from VidCon for Majorga Nuggets, came behind the camera, Big Brother, Uncle Larry, Juliet, Psycho Dad, Psycho Mom, Teresa and Jeff, Uncle Larry and Larry, Tom and his son Tom, and Juliet and Jesse and Jeffrey. His boy Jeffrey has completed a Psycho series every betrayals on those videos for the last 4 months. But finally, he could resist it. He could be one of it assaulted. One of you tell us about very at the moment emotional to being about committed to be about being emotional, to be devastated and disaster to the date night. So I watched those of the date night on the YouTube, and you could watch those either invited to welcome, and but all the subscribers, all of the millions of views, and 100,000 views to the crazy boyfriend, and Majorga. So unfortunately, Milly and Samantha uploaded on the 2020 as crazy boyfriend. As a psychotic, gothic. What kind about ragged gothic do? It looks to sound like a very interesting about if you can unfortunately beat it about it turning to it's about Milly's faultations and not to be about not the breaking up and divorced. Divorce is bad. Divorce is not doing anything for bad. Divorce is doing anything for bad. Bad for divorces is about for his wife. Can't say this like that, guys. Can't say this, mateys. If you do have much of you, if you do have a much of all of those about the gamble, what this about in this about the working those about all of this the video games. Samantha and Milly was sitting around, and Tony didn't like the being lazy, and he literally just freaks out for April Fool's Day for the last 6 months. But he destroyed everything to be about the kitchens, living rooms, before interesting side in the hallways, rooms, and bathrooms, and before fighting and rages on the interesting. Sorry about that. I just made a cough, mateys. I made a cough anytime. Not anytime. Well, and that's exactly undecided to be is about his uncategorizations to his about ragging those ragings about all those about the video games, a reaction to 5,000 chocolates, and did she know sort of how much money is that? I don't know if she doesn't have about. Milly doesn't pay about a lot of money. Samantha did. She does have $8,000. 5,000 chocolate bars. They're supposed to do have $8,000 to about $10,000 to beat about 7,000 more for the 2,000 from chocolate bars. And Tony was freaked out. If you never buying those of 5,000 chocolate, they're gonna have to selling those to having those in the money. They having those in the cash, coins, and money, and in cards, and those in your balance. You only think about very careful to not to tell anyone to secretly. Now, unfortunately, if you told them guys, you can about very respectful for those about the respectful for the Milly and Samantha to buying those about reaction to the 5,000 chocolates for all of the grocery stores to do about 30 grocery stores on the California, all the way to drive through to about 8 hours to go. When Tony went home from work for his about Los Angeles, California, just as mentioned the time, Tony just walked into his room. He literally just yelling at him for about calling his fat, eating chocolates for fat. And this sounds like funny. Samantha didn't know about funny interviews. I didn't believe you if he wanted to be has about very emotional, very video reactions, and he unfortunately Milly has his fault. Milly has her fault. Samantha's fault, and Tony's just not fault. Those two girls has bought them the $5,000 chocolates, and it has to put it and set on the floor. Milly freaked out. Milly was freaking out for the 5,000 chocolate bars every time. And they're gonna need to 1,000, hundreds of them. They can't unfortunately to be about putting all this stuff, all the collection about, and the 5,000 chocolates to costly and about paying in the $8,000 to visit the parasites, the literature size, and it doesn't matter. People don't like 5,000 chocolates anymore. Doesn't figure out. Sounds good. So, if you're interested about very end up about, you can unfortunately you do have having fun of those about watching those videos, watching those about reactions to these on the TV shows. And those are the misunderstand on this Milly and Samantha, and Tony Tornado has to deal with them. He has to deal with Milly and Samantha, and nicknamed Mantha. Okay, sounds like it is a big deal. That's a yes. Okay, meetings. Don't forget to subscribe to some more contents. So type write the letters to the www.com.org, Pirates of the Caribbean film series, and tell your friends. Call my Jagger Nuggets, Big Butter, Georgie Starbugger, Kid Behind the Camera, Bridget West, The Yankee Grandpa Shows, Psycho Dad, Psycho Uncle, Melissa, Psycho Mom, Larry's Lounge, and Man and Corn, Juliet Riley, Bro Squad, Ragging Dad, Creed, and Crazy Boyfriend, Derek Diesel Daily, Spence Jams Gardens, Next Book, The Boo Show, Cuban Life, The Cuban Guy, The Cuban Guy Live, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, finds the Twitch live stream, gaming channels, and Juggy Stores, Cockle Talk, Cockle Stories, and Tom L, and Play Stores. And don't forget, guys, if you can't the contents, tell us what you can. You're invited to watch it, and you could do it about every week, and you could do it about every day. Tomorrow's my videos is Q&A. Tuesday is prank series reaction, and Wednesday is Movie Madness. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is vlogs and announcement speech reviews. Don't forget, guys, keep it regimented.